So this is the video. So this video I linked you. Huh?
I like this girl.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but cool glasses. We're very much in the topic of glasses because we're both changing them, and you're getting your first one. I'm switching my frames. They're undergoing so shortly, very soon, and so she has a take on the quality of the content that we put out is just mind-dumbing, and maybe since you started to go in that direction, we can watch it because I don't think you've watched this video, and I watched it to the certain point.
Yeah.
But she raises a few good points about how stupid, especially TikTok is getting. Like people repost the same shit over and over, which is weird. And with the content, the reposting is the old school of marketing. Like you have to recycle the content because you can't just keep producing new one at the same pace.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's like the whole base of LinkedIn and Twitter just rehashing the same shit. But every time they put out a new content, it's basically the same thing they reposted like for a few times already. It's just you will see. You'll see what it is. Let's have a look.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sad that the music was playing in the background. I don't think I'll be able to upload it anywhere. Yeah. Because it's gonna get muted. Although I am recording this on my PC, so I have raw material.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe I can remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Let me see if wow, this is loud.
You know, YouTube video is going to be an absolute banger when somebody starts it by sighing. Today, I wanted to take the time to talk to you about something that gives me enormous existential dread. You know, in sci-fi, there's this idea that humans are one day going to be controlled by robots and the robots will control anything. We are already there. People are making content they don't even like for the sakes of an algorithm.
100%. Just quick one. Go on LinkedIn and you will see people suffering through their posts. Bullshit on bullshit on bullshit. But they have to keep posting because algorithm needs them to post for them to stay relevant. It's terrible. So when I post on LinkedIn, I really put my heart out to make the content as helpful as possible. But I will never beat someone who just spams the buzzwords and bullshit and whatever. Like the whole principle of ranking websites is all about being the best bullshitter. Because you write content that's not for people, it's for bots, so they put your website higher. Yeah. It's terrible.
Now, with so many bots online in the mix, we are basically experiencing the death of the internet. The death of one of the greatest informational resources that we ever could have had. You know how people sometimes say, wow, we really have this tool in our pockets now that could just give us information on anything we want and we just use it to fucking argue with each other. We've now like lost the first part of that because the prevalence of bots and AI is so overblown that oh god. First, I'm going to show you a snippet of a video that you may have already seen if you're subscribed to my personal channel, but I took it down when I was reorganizing channel stuff. But this is about specific kinds of content that are being made on platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts that effectively aren't even for human consumption. They are not being made for genuine human enjoyment.
True.
This content is being made just to trick people for engagement purposes. It's not... Oh, I hate it so much. Just, here you go. Watch it. This is a TikTok account that is at PUTINNU. And, wow.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to show you this particular series of videos. We've got parts. There are 9 parts to this. Okay,
yeah,
9 parts to
this
this
is all the same.
Barbie cake incident. So let's jump into the first one. This is exactly how it starts.
Right inside the cake. Covers
That should have been your birthday cake.
Oh, please.
up our Barbie. And watch, ready? This happens very quickly.
It's like some kind of fetish.
Like this.
Okay.
You do me a Barbie
And when
cake?
you see this motion that he goes, I'm going to lift this up like this, that's going to happen 50 more times
It never came
throughout the
across my
course of
mind,
the
by the way.
15 minutes that it takes to make this bizarre Barbie cake video.
Icing's gonna dump out along here and form a ball again.
It's going to come out. I think all the hand stuff might be like a kink thing.
Goes in here and then we're lifting this thing up. Ready?
How do you lift it up?
How do you lift it up?
Straight up in a motion, and as I do that, you will see where the icing is gonna form a ball again. So if you can imagine, as I lift this up, all this icing is gonna dump out.
Also, a really fun, weird part of this is this TikTok account that does this weird, like, kink, lift up thing over and over and over again across thousands of videos. I had to edit so much of it out, like so much of my reaction to watching it out, because for the first time ever, they are copyright claiming it. If you use too much of their footage, they've actually copyright claimed the audio so that you can't react to their TikTok content, or
they probably afraid it's gonna amass criticism because it's stupid. That type of content is just pointless and people will point at it.
I mean, okay, let's see. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Okay.
They will get money for it. I've never seen that before. That's so fucking extra. And they basically just keep counting down, and there are two real human people making this content. They just keep counting down forever, various parts, and they go lift up, and you lift it. Sorry, how will you lift? And you'll do, and there are 9 parts before they actually lift it. It's such bizarre garbage. And there is like a lot of this on TikTok Live, which is a platform where people are making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day. And we will get into parts of this video where the fact that this content exists is like a huge net negative for the kind of content that you like. This is a massive thing that's happening on YouTube Shorts.
At some point, I had this problem with memes. You remember I was really against memes. Because to me they were so brain dead, so spammy and just bullshitting. But I guess as with everything, you get to the cream of it once you dive deep enough.
People are starting to make AI generated content that is making them a lot of money on YouTube Shorts, which is going to decrease the rate for everybody else. The payouts are effectively so high, and so many of these AI bots are going to be competing with each other, that there's going to be just a massively oversaturated market where it comes to the kind of content.
No, sorry, I can't watch with this music outside.
How people do it? I want to make money. Like, if people are stupid enough, I want to.
Oh yeah, you want to milk them? 100%.
Milk it.
So the thing is, my I have marketing background. I've been in marketing game for 10 years. And it's funny to see how the gamers and gaming commentators and everyone else is just catching up on all those practices when they existed in marketing for so long. Like, I've been part of LinkedIn groups and networking events. Everyone there is a bullshitter. Like, to be honest, everyone there wants to just go home and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
But they are there because they can make money against their will, principles, and whatever. So they just mingle, say what people want to hear, and write shit just for the sake of writing it because it makes them money. And to be honest, I don't know. There's nothing new. It's saddening, and I completely agree here with the video. It's terrible, but money talks. If it makes money, people will do it. Maybe you could somehow get used to it, like
I don't want to get used to it.
in a sense that you could like have a bubble that reflects all the bullshit off you, like learn to filter it and sort of ignore it.
But I don't think there's a way.
No,
because it's everywhere.
So maybe that's even more of a skill that you need rather than not. If it's everywhere, you have to protect yourself from it constantly.
I mean, it's everywhere on those platforms.
Like, I see.
Because I can imagine, like, you always tell me, oh, you can get on Instagram and just follow the people that you like.
Yeah.
But the people that you like are still gonna be bullshitting because they want to win against.
Oh yeah.
The
100%.
algorithm and.
Hi,
blah,
Nuru.
blah,
Hey.
whatever.
He's back.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just gonna be like, even if you think you're winning against it, you're not. I think. I don't think there's a way to win against that.
Again, if you want to win, you have to have losers. So who's losing here?
Everyone.
Yeah. It sounds like we're literally
I mean,
shooting
I'm not
ourselves.
losing because I'm not there.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you're losing out now that you're not there.
I don't think so.
Look,
Like,
look
what am I
at the
losing
numbers
out
on the screen. You could have earned that. Look.
So I'm
Yeah.
losing out on earning.
Yeah,
So,
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Nuri, where's your TikTok account? Show me what you got.
Where is your TikTok account?
Oh, it's there. It's not mine, but my business's. Oh, you don't use it anymore.
There you go.
Actually like watching on YouTube, which is going to result for sure in advertisers pulling back on the amount of spend because there is just too much content that their ads are being auto applied to, and thus way less actually human made good content. Like, we are going to end up with an internet that's just full of absolute trash like this. And that's just my first concern that, again, I'll get into.
What occurred to me, because she said that we carrying in our pockets the greatest knowledge tool.
Yes.
At all times.
Yes.
But I'm actually thinking that it used to be that way, but it's not anymore because there's so much I don't know what to call it, like false information's there. So it used to be full of knowledge because everything was fact checked and blah blah blah, whatever. A bit more, like people didn't post just anything that came to their minds, but now you have so much misinformation that I don't think it's such a great tool for knowledge anymore. Like, you have to really sift through all the bullshit to find the actual knowledge.
Okay. 1 second. This is New Year's reacting. I started to block myself from that poison. Everyone is lying on media, fake smiles, fake house, fake love. I have my life and this is my TikTok. Yeah. I guess this is one way to shield yourself from it. I deleted my Facebook account. I'm no longer part of Meta universe at all. I am only where I need for work, and that's pretty much it. However, I really enjoy being here and going through YouTube a lot. But YouTube is excellent at suggesting videos for me that I might like, and I actually like them most of the time. But going back to your point, I don't think I agree with that. Because you said that. So did when you said that it used to be full of knowledge, that was true? Did you mean the internet back in the day? Whatever that is?
I think so.
Okay, so I don't think that's true. Is because it's just that now it's just multiplied by the fact that more people have access to the internet and we have more automations that go around and spew poison. And so back in the day, we still had 4chan, which is full of creeps, right? And so we still had Reddit, which was full of random thoughts about things that might not be true. It's just that we didn't have so much of it that we had to care about it. Like, we still had the source of the news, source of the truth was still TV. And now, since the internet source of the truth, we're looking closer to it, we're scrutinizing it, and now we have to have measures to keep it as close to the truth as possible, hence like community notes on Twitter. Actually, people validate, like, look, whatever you post on internet will tell you if you're right, essentially. Which is not always good, but what I'm saying is we now censor content ourselves, but doesn't mean it's never been there. We just now pay more attention to it. That's my take on it. Does it make sense?
It makes sense. I'm not sure though.
There's just so much noise out there right now because there's more of us connected. Like, literally a little Timmy can pop over on the internet and tell me how Biden is a better president. Right? Which wasn't the case earlier. And so, with so much noise, we as humans can't really control the environment anymore. So we employ algorithms which sift through that information and try to show us what's only good and relevant, but it doesn't always succeed. I mean, it's literally what if you read the book *Sapiens*. I don't think you have. Maybe Kuba lent it to me.
I know.
Yeah. So in *Sapiens*, it's just towards the end of the book. He says we're entering the age of dataism.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's very, very true. We have so much data, we can't make sense out of it because our little brains just can't comprehend this much data. So think about, and therefore we have bots, computers do it for us because they can think faster. But with that come extra challenge, like to teach the computer what's wrong, what's right. Even we don't know, right? So what about computers? But then, like, think about any concert you go. People watch it through the screens of their phones rather than with their eyes, and all of that data is stored in cloud. So it's just crazy how much data we feed into the cloud, but we don't know what to do with it.
But we still censor
Hmm.
the algorithms and
Oh yeah, like I mean, Google censors the internet. There's no question about it.
I know.
What was the latest problem with Google censoring the company? It
I
was about the diversity group. Once again, that's why we do have big data things. Exactly. I mean, by the way, there's an algorithm called big data query, I think, and it's the script that's supposed to read, like, you could query Facebook database, and it will instantly give you results. And the reason why it's so efficient is because it has a way to work with that, like, petabytes of data, to make sense out of it. Like I mean, there's no way for you as a human to find, for example, to compile like an Excel spreadsheet of people with certain traits. Yet you can type in a query, please find me this and this, and it will just go and give you it. And it's called big data query, I think, or big query. And the reason why it's big is because it can deal with huge amounts of data very quickly, efficiently. So, yeah, we're definitely inventing tools to deal with the data. It's just the case of application case of it. What I was going with what? Something popped in my mind. I'm basically working for big data analytics platform project. Crazy shit. Exactly as I'm saying. Like, I think today information is value. Nothing else matters. Like whoever it has the information sooner has advantage.
yeah.
But yeah, I was going with that somewhere, but I had another point as a counterpoint to you, but I can't remember. But yeah, are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
To further. This is just fucking number one. Like, human-made garbage content like this, or like the NPC trend on TikTok.
I'll get up and dance and give you 360 for a galaxy.
That's just to get people to engage with a live stream and try to keep their attention as high as possible. It's not made for human consumption.
Tell me one more time that our stream is boring or cringe. Like, it's perfect, Joanna. Trust me, it's great. Like, I would never want to stoop to that level.
It's not boring though.
Is it?
It's stupid, but it's not boring.
It's on another level. Yeah, it's probably a
Yeah.
different. Wait, I have glasses. Well, I have bad glasses, and every time I look at my phone, I need to bring it up to my face to see what Near is writing. But it's fine. Keep writing. It's fine. Joanna can handle it. Your chat's working. Yeah, it is. Cool.
It's made for engagement consumption. Like, I get that the humans are the engagement, at least most of the time, but they're not making a product for a person to enjoy.
Have you seen this type of content from China?
No.
We've watched it with Asmongold. Remember that?
What?
So there was a huge report about Chinese streamers. Have you watched it? Asmongold reported on it. No. Okay. Well, we'll watch it. You'll give me. Oh, maybe we can watch it tomorrow.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, these are live streams, so that's why you have to be online to join. I don't think you can see any replays of it.
Joy. They're like tricking human brains
Look,
into staying
140,000
hooked
likes.
on fucking nonsense. Like, what are we doing with our brains? There's also a whole second branch of this on TikTok that is fake prank content.
It's easier to talk about Fat Bunny on the screen than about how to invest money in stock exchange, right? So normally our brain is lazy by default. It wants to be numbed all the time.
Well, yeah, but
So-
also you can explain to people how to invest money only so many times with the bunny. Like, it never stops.
Yeah. Like, if you look, the best example how society is, at least, I mean, in the UK, but I guess it extends to other countries. You go to an underground train in London in the morning and see what people do on their phones. They either play Candy Crush or they scroll through TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the train of zombies, dude. If there's one guy or a girl reading a book, respect.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know. I mean, you can't. There aren't even people listening to podcasts or music because they would be like staring into the eternity somewhere there, like their eyes would be off, right? No, their head is down all you see is top of their heads, basically, right? The balding spot, and some shit on the phone. They're not even texting with anyone, not having any conversation. They're all scrolling, playing shit, just killing their brain cells. Terrible.
Wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. Yeah. And to be honest, whenever I commute, I'm happy because that's the time I can use for something. I don't know, maybe I'm just being obsessed about productivity, something like this. But when I'm on a train, I'm like, yes, finally I can, I don't know, read extra pages of the book and no one will bother me. Or what else I have to do, right? So I can catch up with stuff that interests me. But no, they just scroll like.
For me, it's also a good time to be with myself.
True. Yeah, you
My
can think
thoughts.
about. Yeah, 100%.
You know, my brain is always in overdrive.
Yeah.
It goes like 100 miles an hour. So it's a time where I can just go through the thoughts.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's because people just don't like to think.
I don't think a lot of people like to be with themselves.
Oh, because they're scared what they find out?
They're scared they won't find anything.
Huh. That's even worse. Fuck me, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have no clue. But I do see people with books on tube.
You do?
Yeah. Not a lot of them, but I do.
Okay.
But yeah,
Though this has also been on YouTube for years. Like, clearly, objectively fake pranks. Things that are just not happening, that are just there for children to watch for the most part. Like, it's so clear that this shit isn't real, that it's all just set up. Like, it's fully disingenuous, bad acting and all, just to get views, just to go viral, that is being aggressively incentivized by all of these platforms adding monetization to everybody at every level. I'm certainly not saying that you should gatekeep monetizing social media platforms, but the fact that this stuff is like completely unregulated is haunting to me. There's another extra weird one that I found a while ago that I'm going to cut back to the old video for before we get into the meat of AI.
to be fair, I don't think it should be regulated.
No?
You think?
Gatekeeping content? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, because she's saying regulating the content. I don't think it should be regulated, should it?
No, I think it will regulate itself.
Yeah, because if people don't watch it, they don't watch it.
No, the problem with regulations is that you can't really draw a line. So yeah, the other day what Asmongo was saying about the minorities on the internet, right?
Minorities?
Minorities? No, minors on the
okay.
internet. Yeah, wrong word. Minors on the internet, and you know, how did we arrive at the conclusion that you can only create Facebook account when you're 13 years old? Why not 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, like why not 16 and a half? So you can't create regulations around it. It just doesn't make sense because there's so many points of view about it. Like there's no right or wrong. It's just you have to be either binary about it or just make a rule that only applies to a partial group of people. You can't be inclusive with that kind of judgment.
I mean, the line in the sand has to be somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we already have it. Like, at 18, you become an adult.
Sure. I don't know how we arrived at that as well, but
Yeah, I have no clue.
I was stupid as fuck when I was 18. I'm still am, but not as bad. True. ASMR, okay.
That kind of line has to be somewhere. So, well, I'm gonna go against myself, but it has to be regulated that way, at least, I think. Because, you know, that discussion about, like, Twitch, I don't know, poll streams and all of that shit. I mean, if you want to do that kind of content, fine. Like, do whatever you want, I don't care. But I don't think those titty streams should be promoted to minors, right? Like, it's not okay.
Yeah, I think with the 18-year-old, the case is that... One second, let me just... with 18-year-old, the case is that at some point you need to tell someone they are responsible for themselves now, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know how we pick 18, but there is a point you need to tell that to someone.
Yes.
Because from that point you'll count their retirement age. You'll drag them into workforce. Like it needs to work for society that way.
Yeah.
How we got into 13, 14, whatever, I have no fucking clue who decided that. Why person of 13-year-old is different to person of 14-year-old? I don't know, just weird. And so what were you saying again? One point, did I miss it?
I don't know.
Can you repeat?
Which point?
Yeah, can you repeat the last one? Because I think that was the first one.
I said that the line in the sand has to be somewhere.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I said that we shouldn't regulate content, but then
Yes,
again, I think we should regulate the entry point to that content. Maybe. Like if someone wants to do whatever content, let them do it. Like whatever floats their boat.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it should be available to everyone at all times.
Okay. No, I mean, it all depends. It's a fucking lawyery world, but it depends how you define what's harmful to the viewer. But for sure, whatever is harmful shouldn't be easily accessible for minors. I mean, shouldn't be accessible at all. But I know they are looking for ways to find it anyway. But we should do our best to limit the exposure to harmful content. Whatever that harmful means, for sure, like nudity. But I would say there are worse types of content than nudity that could harm a minor. Yeah. I would even argue that gambling is worse than titties. Like, I will see titties and nothing will change in my life. Apart that I might get attention in the bottom, but But other than that, it's just no harm done. But the gambling can ruin your life.
The world can be so backwards sometimes. Like
true.
In States, when you can go to war at 18, but you cannot drink a beer until you're 21. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, true.
What is like you can go and kill people?
Yeah.
At 18.
Yeah.
But the beer? Oh no.
Oh, you could have
way
always
too
killed
much.
people, probably, but
Huh?
You could have always killed people. You don't need a gun to kill someone.
No.
But I understand the
when
hypocrisy of it. Yeah.
When you go to army, that's a kind of legal way for you to go and kill people. Like, I can kill people at 12.
Yes, I see.
But I'm gonna go to jail.
Yes, but in army it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can go to army at 18 and start killing, and there'll be no repercussions for you.
As long as it's an enemy, of course.
Well,
yeah.
But
okay, I see.
Drink a beer. Oh dear God, how dare you?
But wait a second. So Nereus says, well, I can't agree with that. Media makes girls think showing more is necessary to get attention, and that sex is something that has to be done.
That is not media. That is society. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not media making girls think showing more is necessary. It's money.
Oh, that's true as well.
Yeah, money makes them show those. Like, because before they know, they'll be old and they won't be as attractive, so they have to milk it while it works, and not pun intended.
And then this is something, and I kid you not, I swear.
Yeah.
I'm sure every girl thought about it at one point or another. Like, maybe not like very seriously.
Yeah.
Like taking it, oh, maybe I should do it. But thought about it in a way, how the hell, like, the world works, that you can show some skin and make more money, and I'm busting my ass in this or other job and, barely making by.
This is a very interesting conversation, because what I would like to ask you right now is, okay, why won't you do it? But this is like a completely separate topic to what we're watching right now.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, this is it's something we can talk about perhaps at some point.
This is a very complex topic.
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't want to go down the rabbit hole right now. Nereus says society creates media.
Well, yes, but society is much more than media. The way you're raised, for example, it's...
Society creates media. So you imply that society tells media what to report on? Or is it the other way around, that media reports on stuff that influences society?
I think it works both ways.
It works both ways. It's like it
so.
should be a mutual exchange. So readers go to media for the truth, and media reports things that are truthful. So everyone wins.
It's not that way though.
But it's not that way though. Yeah. So I mean, for sure, and I think you're right in a way that society, the way society behaves gives media signals to what to talk about, so that the media gets the most attention, right? So society that way manipulates media in a way, like not manipulates. Society tells media what they want to see, and then media uses that to manipulate society for their own benefit. Main way of reaching out to all people, weapon and the weapon user. Yeah, I know. Guns are regulated, so should media. Yeah, but it's a tough one. Fuck me. But I guess the best approach I've seen so far to regulating information is actually Twitter. I'm not kidding. Like, you don't use Twitter, I know,
No.
but they have this thing called community notes, and it's something that been introduced after Elon bought Twitter. And community notes is essentially people telling on people. So what happens is that every tweet has this option to leave a community note.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening is it's like a hidden comment section where people try to debunk the tweet by citing sources.
Okay.
And then Twitter rewards you for it, for being the guard of the information in a way. So it's in the people's best benefit to debunk information, because Twitter rewards you in a way, and therefore also the platform gets better. So if there's like a controversial take on Trump, you go into community notes and you can immediately tell that the tweet is fake, because community note made you find the bottom of it, help you find the bottom of it.
Okay.
And that's all users. There's literally no council, no CEO sitting there. It's all other users. You can go and do the same for like interior designers. Like, let's say IKEA posts some kind of thingy, or any other, I don't know, any other company, to be honest, like whatever. And you can go into community note and say, look, this is false advertising, for example. And you can give a link to their website where it doesn't show that offer, for example, right? And then the algorithm also deranks that tweet immediately, so no more people see it.
Okay.
This is the closest I found to filter for truth.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Mm-hmm. And they keep asking me all the time, hey, can you leave your thoughts on it? Because I've been talking about it, whatever subject is, and they think I'm into it. So, hey, could you let us know if this is true? And yeah, very good.
It's kind of like Wikipedia, when everybody can edit and you do have citations and all that.
Oh yeah, Wikipedia is probably another bone of contagious, but I have to look
Not
this.
contagious.
Not contagious. No, contentious. Contention. But yeah, but basically Wikipedia is another topic, because there's too much shit in there as well.
I mean, I know you shouldn't use it. Like, if you're writing any kind of academic paper, they're gonna be like, well, Wikipedia is not a source.
Yeah.
But a good way of getting around that is going to Wikipedia on that topic and finding their citations and using the citations
and then making
from them,
your
and then just at least like double checking everything, because I know not everything on Wikipedia has citations, so that's the problem, but whenever they have them you can use that.
Okay.
But it was, I think this is kind of like precursor for Twitter, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, you know,
anyway, okay, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Doing this just as badly. So this is Taylor Red. This is a TikTok account that has 12.3 million followers that is allegedly of a band, but none of that content is actually really related to music, or at the very least,
12.3
when there
million
is
followers.
any content related to music, they aren't singing.
7 million on YouTube.
And so much of it is this same kind of like just identical content. They basically make 100 variations of this video.
this. Where they
I
just
wonder
stand
where
in front
those
of
channels
something and throw a
started.
drawing on themselves and then throw it away.
Like, if you literally ordered their videos from the oldest, what was their first upload?
I don't know. We'll go and find
and
out.
they just
Yeah, we
that's all
can.
they do. They basically never speak either. They just have these weird, like, dramatic reactions. What is this? Like, I get that this one's an ad, but what is
So
this
fucking
content?
stupid.
What are you doing? They do a lot of these balloon pop racing things where they just sort of like pop a bunch of balloons and get
What is this?
millions of views.
I
but,
would
like,
never
say
even
they do this, like, I don't
think
know,
of a
maybe there's
content like
100
this.
videos of this,
I mean, this
they
looks like
upload
a
lot of
fun way
short-form
to
content. The amount
spend
of
our
balloons
Saturday
they consume
evening
is
Yeah.
making
between
their whole
ourselves, like have
goddamn
some
market.
fun.
Yeah.
But because of the way TikTok
But
works, I
that's
think
not
that actually
content?
when you look
No.
at their channel and their YouTube
Like,
shorts,
what does
it
it-
kind of makes the problem a little bit more
Oh, they're
obvious.
3 different people.
They upload
Okay.
similarly tons and tons and tons of shorts every single day. They are uploading.
I mean, one thing that I could say was, this is, I don't know which one is you, which one is me, because I wanted you to keep you on the higher gain.
Yeah, you are very loud.
I am, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is you. Cool. So I will take it down a bit. Okay, cool. I think that should be better now.
Okay.
Right. So one thing to look at it is that, again, the value is the eye of the beholder.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, I 100% agree here. This content is mind-dumbing,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'll probably venture to say it doesn't make anyone laugh or even smile, but it's easy to consume and somehow gets you that dopamine that your brain needs by just scrolling through it. I don't know.
I mean,
You
12 million.
yeah, like 12 million followers. They don't. I mean, these are people,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
So
Are these the people on my tube, you think?
yeah, 100%. These are people in TFL London. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Uploading multiple shorts per day that don't get a lot of views that are all titled "Wait for it." ... hashtag shorts, and they often re-upload the same thing, the same
Yeah.
same exact videos, just several days apart. There are so many of these for such a long time, and some of them get tons of views. 90,000, 87,000, 93,000. Another balloon pop race, another balloon pop race,
Yep.
another balloon pop race. Like, I can't handle it.
It
True.
is time to talk about Factor or Factor 75, which is a meal delivery service that I am pretty much obsessed with. I've been using.
Oh, I
Factor
bet they
for
don't
several
deliver in the
years at this
UK,
point,
100%.
and I will never go back.
We
It made
we
my
looked
life
at
so much
fucking
easier
everything.
and a lot cheaper. Factor delivers
Yeah.
you fresh, never frozen meals that are ready to eat. You just microwave them for 2 minutes, and you are good to go. You can choose
We
from
don't
a
have
weekly menu
microwave
of
now.
35 options
use
of
that.
chef-crafted,
Yeah.
dietitian.
Oh, there's no way.
Wait.
Wait. Can I? Oh shit! I'm changing volume. I don't want to change volume.
Several different.
Okay. There's no way you would plated them that way.
Probably not.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think people wouldn't, just overall, like whoever that is. I just don't
oh
think.
yeah, if it comes in trays, you're
Yeah.
just gonna eat it out of the tray, but well,
To a weekly
yeah.
menu of 35 options of chef-crafted, dietitian-approved
Mhm.
meals off of several different menus.
Disgusting.
With popular options
How
like
come?
Calorie Smart,
It looks
Keto,
delicious.
Protein Plus, or vegan
I
and
mean,
veggie. They also have more
it
than
looks
60 add-ons
convenient.
every
It
week,
looks
like
convenient.
breakfast,
True,
on-the-go
true.
lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day. And while I do love the taste of all of my Factor meals, it also just makes a huge difference when it comes to time. You don't have to think about what you're gonna make. You don't have to wait
I
for it to
mean,
be delivered.
that's
You don't have to
why you
meal
pay so
prep.
much
You don't
for
have
it.
to do anything,
Is
and
the
I
time.
do not have the time to do things.
Oh, I
So
would
whenever
love
I have
that.
time
I
to eat,
wouldn't
sometimes
have
it's
to
like just
cook.
in between two meetings.
Yes.
Microwave for 2 minutes, and I am good to eat straight away without putting any thought into it, which is the best. It's also just so much cheaper than takeout or than ordering like delivery service, and way faster. Like there are so many upsides there. Genuinely love this product. Highly recommend trying it. So if that sounds like something that you would like, which I'm so sure you will, click the link in the description and use code Charolana JUL50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20%
Yeah, I
off
always
your
have
next
problem with
month
those.
of
They don't have
orders.
enough
Thanks,
protein
Factor,
for
sponsoring the video.
bodybuilding.
Now back to the video. So that is basically the human version of humans making content that is no fucking better than AI content, that is just churn out garbage that they found people were getting retention from, and it is mostly children, which I also find very scary. But now we have the added layer of humans making bot content and bots making bot content. So
What
let's
the
talk
fuck?
about humans first.
Botception?
This is effectively the death of journalism in no small way, and for the amount of
Okay.
shit that people want to talk about journalism,
sounds
like
very
across
dramatic.
the board, there's been a very like anti-media campaign that I understand where that comes from. You do not, in fact, want journalists to die. The alternative is that you hear all of your information from sources
Best
like
food
if we're
is
talking
fresh,
about video
made
games,
by
obviously
your
we do a
own
lot on this
hands.
channel,
Yeah, but
like publishers.
if you don't have time,
It's
what you gonna
basically
do?
propaganda, especially in political news. But even that's a goddamn mess right now because people are fucking AI generating pictures from fucking war zones. Like this is, it's really bad. So this is an article from Argument site that is about the Gamers Group of video game websites describing it as hell, which is a collection of different websites, Destructoid, Escapist, the Mary Sue, you may have heard of a bunch of these, that has been like massively downscaled in a very scary way and is using AI to do so. In June, the Gamers Network advertised for an AI editor who would, as Futurism reported at the time, use AIs like ChatGPT to output an astounding, if not outright impossible, 200.
Do you remember when... Are you okay? Toilet?
No, my back is killing me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's not the most comfortable setup, I must say. Like, in the short run, yes. In the long run, no.
No? Okay. So, just quickly, before you move on,
Yeah.
I remember when ChatGPT came about, LinkedIn was full of prompt engineer offers. And probably it's still probably a job,
Yeah.
but you could hire yourself as a prompt engineer, which essentially meant you could use keyboard. Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, you do have to have a certain skill with words, I would suppose.
No, it's not. It's not necessarily with words. It's with painting the context for ChatGPT to narrow down, like, because ChatGPT is built for any kind of GPT for mass public is built for generic advice. It's not trained on models that are specialty based. For example, you can't ask for legal advice from it because it's not trained on legal models. Like, it might have access to legal cases in the past, but it's not well versed.
Of course.
So it goes for veterinary, medical advice, whatever.
Yeah.
So if you want it to give you the most relevant advice it can for your niche question, you have to paint the context for it. Like, imagine you are blah 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 blah, right? And this is what prompt engineers did. They were good at it, but now with so many GPTs, and even ChatGPT has its own add-ons that let you specialize it in a way. I don't think prompt engineering is still a thing, because like the other day I added the like a research study add-on to my ChatGPT, and I could ask it to find me studies and citations from academic papers for certain things. For example, like basic ChatGPT doesn't do it, but I taught it by adding that add-on, and now I could ask, could you find me any surveys or academic papers that prove that marketers prefer that and that? Oh yeah, sure. And I got a table with page numbers, everything, and link, and I could just open it. That's it. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't think prompt engineering is still a thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think in a way it will always be, because one thing that AI doesn't have is an imagination, like
Oh, it does not.
creativity.
No.
So people can feed it that, so then it can create something for them, but they still need that prompt from a person. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Although, I mean, ChatGPT, the entire AI, Tesla cars, like whatever is computer driven is based on probability. Like it just knows what to expect to a very fine detail.
Yeah.
And I could even argue that creativity is also an algorithm in a way, because your brain connects the dots to make something up.
Yeah, but
It needs input to create output, right? And that's automatically some kind of formula.
But in humans, it works in very unexpected ways. Like, people connect random dots. Like,
True.
when I can do a display at work, right?
Yeah.
Which is very visual, but I could be inspired by something that I read. Like, 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it works in very unexpected ways.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that, yeah.
And then for computers, I'm not sure if they'd be able, like...
I know what you
don't know.
mean.
They would be able, but I don't know if they would do it.
Okay,
in a way.
I see. I think if you keep in mind that still like an artist is very much true, whether humans do it or bots do it from humans, it's still the same principle. Like even if you look at, I don't know, Picasso, he was inspired by artists before him, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody is.
And so, can you call an art by AI a scam? I mean, he got inspired, right, by some kind of source, and so are humans in a way. So,
but people always put some sort of new spin on it, like they put it through their own filter.
yes, principles, and ChatGPT doesn't have that.
It's never just a mashup of other things. There's always some personal touch to it.
True.
Some like own filter.
Yeah. I mean, you are a walking luggage of experiences and values and points of view and whatever.
Yeah.
And that is your filter for the way you see things.
Yes.
And ChatGPT doesn't have it. It solely relies on things that happened. And it doesn't have
Things
its
that
own...
already exist.
Yeah. And it doesn't have its own filter of emotion, like, which make creativity possible. I guess, that makes sense. Neria says if someone pays for it, 100%. I mean, you can't do the thing with papers that I mentioned if you don't pay for ChatGPT. Those add-ons are only available. But the thing is, if you pay for it, you can literally send it a link, and it already knows what the fuck website is about, like immediately. Hey, it's like, can you tell me how many times the word, insert the word, shows on that page? Paste the link. Yes, 36 times. I have no fucking clue how they crawl it that fast and how it works, but it's just crazy mind-blowing tech for me. But I'm more excited about the possibilities rather than what anything else. Okay.
50 articles of questionable quality per week. The job listing was quickly pulled following the backlash, but that didn't change the company incentive. And a lot of this, according to this reporting, has come from a Google change to their search algorithm, and of course also Google AI, which, trust me, we'll get into. Did you know that Google AI thinks that women who are pregnant should smoke 2 to 3 cigarettes a day?
Yep.
It's fucking wild. So a former editor said, as a vertical lead, I was expected to edit 10 to 15 stories a day, write 10 stories a week, source 10 news stories a day, and also manage training and sorting through CVs to hire new writers. Felt a lot of pressure to do all of that and improve traffic to keep the vertical's overall output above 1,200 stories a month. Content quotas for humans are bad in general, right? Because it means that you're going to be rushing to put out content. Like, that is absolutely a thing. But when you couple that content quota system with AI, you're going to start getting just absolute goddamn trash articles. In fact, there are already so many of these. Look at what happens if I Google my own name. So here are some facts about me from totally normal website NigerNews.com. Alana Pierce biography, age, height, boyfriend, and other facts you should know. Alana Pierce is a podcaster for the IGN show and YouTuber who also serves as an editor. The Aussie is known for editing skills with Save Game and the shows she stars on, such as Button Bash. Trauma threatens rape. In 2014, Alana Pierce really moved in the media when she started receiving rapes and sexual threats from teenage girls and duly passing it on to their mothers. This one's also very fun. Her boyfriend, the Aussie, is said to be with a member of Rooster Teeth Productions named Blaine Gibson. They met in San Francisco and have been romantically engaged for over a year. This was written in 2022, and Blaine and I broke up in like 2018. Blaine also met Alana's parents, and
basically, so that's what I was saying when I look at the content on LinkedIn, it's all the same. And the best part is, hear me out, that you get comments underneath articles like this. 100% agree with everything. Yes, totally. I see it the same way. So it's clear that people never actually read it. And best part is, you can write things that contradict themselves, and they will still agree 100% with everything. So that's how people consume content. They read headline, they already know what it's about, they made up their mind, they type whatever they think, move on. Yeah.
But this is...
Going back to people not thinking for themselves, right?
This is the attention span of like a modern person. Not everybody, of course. There's always, some normal people, but...
Yeah.
Like me working in retail and being on the shop floor and people coming up to you and saying, oh, where can I find whatever mugs? And you're just like,
there,
here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're literally here.
Just look.
Just use your eyes.
Yeah.
Like, do you have eyes? Grow them.
Yeah.
Use them.
I
Come
totally
on.
get it. I totally get it. I know.
People just don't
I-
want to do anything by themselves. Like, not even use their eyes.
I think they just want comfort and
Like, what is the comfort in someone telling you the mugs are right there?
You-
What the fuck?
No, this isn't the comfort. This is the outcome of the comfort-based life. Like, you're not used to doing anything by yourself because it's just easier to ask people to do it. Yeah, I know people like this. Very like some are closer than others, and they immediately jump to asking for help rather than doing anything by themselves.
It pisses me off.
Oh, yeah, it's
so
terrible,
much.
it's
I
terrible.
mean, I know I'm on the other side of spectrum because the way I was raised, like, when my mom would blame us for like literally anything, even if it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
It was just like, you dumb shit. What the fuck have you done? And blah blah blah. And I abuse, of course. Yeah, it's not great. But the way it shaped me, I would rather suffer and do things by myself than ask for help. Like, it's better now. You know me.
I know.
We've been long together, so I've gotten better with time with asking for help and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was just doing everything by myself, and I would never ask for help. Like, it would never cross my mind to ask for help. Like, oh, this is my problem. I'm dealing with by myself. Like, there's no one who can help me, and it's not a good mindset. Of course, you shouldn't be that way. I know that, but for me, it's just not understandable how these people live, constantly asking everybody else
Being at someone messy,
for
basically. Yeah.
help, for validation, for anything. Like, how do you live? Like,
Problem free, I guess.
How the hell do you go through life?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like a helpless child. I don't get it. Like, yeah, I realize I'm a extreme, but still.
If I could say something to 10-year younger me, I would probably say ask for help more often, because I was very much me person.
Yeah.
But at least in business, as I learned going through life, it's really easier to do it with someone else.
Oh yeah.
100% always. And no matter how much you're proud of your own work and of yourself,
Yeah.
it really works out better for everyone if you just ask for help. I'm not necessarily default to asking for help, but
No.
even pinging an idea of someone before you start doing anything it's just healthy.
Oh yeah.
And even inviting someone to share the experience with you it creates so much better relationship and better life quality,
Yes.
better quality of life. But yeah, okay. Yeah.
That is almost always sign of commitment. So although they are not yet married, they are expected to become life partners soon. You sure about that? Basically, like,
Sure.
this stuff is just written like absolute garbage, is my point.
It is.
And basically,
It is
just
AI written 100%.
having a quota for news in
I
general
could
is
pull
kind
up
of absurd.
ChatGPT
And I
to
think
write
this
that
is
article.
the biggest point, is corporate is breathing down everyone's necks to make sure every single writer is doing 4 articles a day, which could be absolute fucking trash. Gamers is now a race to the bottom where every site is at risk of becoming a SEO
what I mean,
content
yeah.
farm, which is
Yeah.
100% the truth. The
Sure.
days of actually reporting are over. The acquired sites are losing all semblance of meaning behind them.
If you type in Google, for example, how can I write marketing strategy?
Yeah.
You're gonna get first 100 articles which are pretty much the same and very much high level, no detail whatsoever, because it's all for keyword that I searched for and not for me.
Yeah.
So
Not
terrible.
helpful.
Yeah.
When you're trying to compete with websites that are using AI or AI in general, and so you're just becoming an SEO content farm, meaning that basically you just make sure you get whatever trending term is in the title as many times as possible.
And
You're not
clicks.
actually reporting, you're making garbage. Again, this is happening on YouTube all over the place too. People will jump onto whatever trending topic they can, use whatever name, whatever face in a thumbnail that they can.
Yeah.
To invent nonsense.
To climb on
And they
someone's
don't
back,
even
basically.
try to give accurate information. Like, they are willingly, openly churning out garbage, knowingly churning out garbage, just to keep up the output, to have a video a day, to have a thing to say every single day, to have 2 takes every day on every single topic. That none of it is researched. It is just nonsense content. But it gets so much worse. This is a really fun thing that has been happening. This is almost definitely a bot who posted that in the
Are
first
we
place.
safe?
Are we safe to connect our wallets? But look at the data
Are
on
we
these
safe
tweets
when we
here.
connect
This
our
fake
I don't
Munchables
get it.
account said, due to the recent exploit, Munchables urges all users to revoke all connections to prevent loss of funds. All users who connected their wallets to the platform are at risk of a future fund loss. Revoke now. This somehow has 20,000 retweets. 20,000 retweets. 18,000 likes.
This is crypto.
Exact same amount that this has, by the way. These two things have 20,000 retweets and 18,000 likes. Exactly the same. And yet 2.1k views and 2.6k views. So the bots are botting themselves. Like, these are bot accounts already that are botting themselves for engagement so that they will appear at the top of your Twitter feed. So that when you're using Twitter, this is the first response that you see. There are also competing bot accounts, which is interesting. Like, here are two separate Munchables accounts. This is just an ad. This is also a bot. Like, these are three separate bots, some for the same...
Okay, what does it say? Any issues, questions you are having with your wallet can be resolved and answered by sending an email to their live support. Okay, that's sounds okay. Don't panic. We've allocated a compensatory treasury pool for all users who had Ethereum deposited to reclaim their funds. DM to check eligibility. Adjustable starlight density for customizable. That's just add. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, it's a weird formatting. I don't think human would wrote don't panic. Like, this is just weird. So if your money was at risk and your bank talked like this, you would question the bank. Like, yeah, I mean, imagine our bank, after losing money to some kind of breach, just tweeted, hey, don't panic. It's like, hey, don't be mad. It's just weird. I don't know. Yeah.
Brand. It's just
but it's
so
crypto.
much
It's a different world.
Spam. And that's not even gotten starting on PUSSY and bio. If you know
This
what
is
I mean.
strategy
And
itself.
that's
You
all
can
made
make
by
better
humans,
position
right? Here's
thanks to
another
it.
one
Yeah,
that is
100%.
human-made,
No, I
and
agree with that.
Hate this. This is regarding Facebook. It's from Neil and Saha,
Okay.
who makes AI replies for LinkedIn and Twitter. Like, literally works on AI replies.
Yep.
This is.
Oh, this is my LinkedIn.
Basically, like, you don't even have to talk to people anymore.
Oh,
this
is one thing to say. People pick up on it as fuck. Crazy the number of hate LinkedIn posts that I see about AI comments. Like, people can easily tell it's AI. Still.
Okay.
Very, like, all those 100% agree or just kind of bullshit. Like, you make a statement and post and they say something like, the thing you said is 100% accurate. It doesn't add any value to conversation.
No.
It just recycles what you said. That's AI comment. That's AI comment, 100%.
Is a system that's created bots that allows you to hit comment and just generate a comment to just, you don't even, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're not even trying to communicate anymore. We're too lazy
I
to
have
type
created
out
a monster. Look how proud he
to
is.
communicate with people anymore.
Resourcefulness and storytelling resonated with me the most. Great perspectives shared. No one talks like this. Literally no one says it. Like, this is out of the box, this is human-made content. No one talks like this, trust me.
No one talks like this, but also I know that when I write differently than when I speak.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
that's...
my written speech is different.
I try to be as close as possible.
Well, yeah.
But still, I adjust form of communication to the form of content, right?
Yeah.
Neri says the crypto market is fully controlled. By who? Its own users, maybe. And socially fucked.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm
I know
not
nothing.
part of it, but if it was controlled, why do we have fucking a crypto zoo from Paul Logan? Like, just, you know.
I have nothing.
What
So many
is
scam.
the
Like,
point?
why Boogie created a currency if it was controlled? I mean, to scam people. So yeah, I don't think it's that controlled, to be honest.
What is the point of the internet? Like,
Yeah.
if
Don't know
even
anything.
humans from their human accounts are still just AI responding to things, so it's not just like it's bots overtaking the whole conversation on Twitter. It's also people making bots from their own accounts to fake reply to things. And this has certainly existed for a while. You've been able to do this on Facebook Messenger for a long time, on Instagram for a long time. Like, you can auto reply to Gmail. Sometimes I do find that useful.
She's not making a good ad for LinkedIn, by the way, right now. And especially on Twitter, people hate LinkedIn because they feel it's like preposterous and cringe and shit. And you have to put so much work into LinkedIn to make it work for you. Because people are not... Because the difference is, on LinkedIn, people show their own name.
Yeah.
so they represent themselves. On Twitter, they are some kind of Timmy whatever. So they hide behind anonymity.
Yeah.
But this is doing it in like a conversationally intended to be engaging way. Like you are having conversations with something you didn't write or think or say.
Wait, sorry.
You just generated it. What? And that's not even getting started on, I mean, every single, look, Grok. Every single website right now has its own
ChatGPT.
AI. Nvidia is making so much goddamn money on the stock market right now because AI is so popular. Everyone wants it. It's extremely
I
expensive.
love
It is
Nvidia stock.
certainly
Made me so
very
much
beneficial
money.
to the tech industry,
I love
or
it.
at least the tech hardware industry, for AI to continue operating the way that it does.
Like
But
if you bought Nvidia like 5 years ago, you would probably just 40 times your investment. That's the wall, like Mars, crazy. And they already split shares.
Yeah.
And this so like it doesn't matter.
Let's just talk about how bad some of this stuff is, okay? This is someone Googling cheese not sticking to pizza, and Google AI, which this one's so fucking nuts to me because you had the
I have a
best
take on this as
search
well.
engine in the world. People would say Google it. You had, like, undeniably a product everybody loved. If somebody searched something on Edge, everyone would go, ugh. Brands work so hard for so long to get that kind of reputation. Google did not need to add an AI that would ruin that for them, and they've
Oh, they
done
absolutely
that.
had,
It's
because
so
Microsoft did it.
wild. Why did you think this would be better than the SEO that you had before? Why? Okay. Cheese not sticking to pizza. This
I can
says,
tell you why.
mix in sauce. Mixing cheese into the sauce helps add moisture to the cheese and dry out the sauce. You can also add about 1/8 of a cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness. While technically that would work, and I'm glad they said non-toxic, this is Google's AI telling people to add glue to increase the tackiness of their cheese sauce. But it gets so much better. Smoking while pregnant. AI overview. Doctors recommend smoking 2 to 3 cigarettes per day during pregnancy.
Those snippets are from search results.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that the bot found on the websites below in the search results. So it's not AI being... I mean, maybe it kind of misinterpreted the content, true, but that had to be somewhere there in search results for it to know it.
Yes, but that should not be the first thing that AI picks up on. Like,
Yeah, I guess
there
so.
should be an overwhelmingly bigger amount of results that says do not smoke while
No, sure,
pregnant.
yeah. No, this is experimental, but gives no excuse. I mean, it says experimental, but at the bottom, but it's still, people will take it on face value for sure. Nira, I'll get back to you about crypto in a second, okay? Because this is probably a bigger topic.
If I run off a cliff, can I stay in the air so long as I don't look down? No, a person can only stay in the air for about 1 second after a single leap. However, some say that if you run off a cliff, you can stay in the air as long as you keep running and don't look down. I can't.
And this is the sources,
Oh my God.
right?
It does say generative AI is experimental, thankfully, but it is still the first thing that
Yeah.
comes up when you Google things now, which used to be such a reliable search engine, the go-to search engine. And it's doing this from this Reddit thread. Like, these are the two places that it has sourced. It is providing the sources, thankfully. Still sort of plagiarism. It is stealing those two things. Like, it has stolen the second sentence directly from this Reddit thread that it clearly doesn't have the ability to vet. But we can basically now make Google look really dumb and lose a lot of money if we just lie on Reddit. Like, just make up funny lies on Reddit, and
Yeah,
you will
because
feed the
AI doesn't know what's right or
incorrect
wrong.
information. Which
And
I think
it
in a lot of
doesn't
cases you
read
weren't even
sarcasm.
consenting to giving
No,
that
it
AI.
doesn't,
Like,
true.
it's using the information that
True.
you're putting
Oh,
on
yeah.
the internet to generate these responses without even actually technically having your permission, which is also crazy. So not only do we have like humans making content that doesn't even feel like it's for humans, it feels like it's fucking AI generated anyway. And then bots controlling all of the conversation on Twitter, and humans using bots to respond to things on the internet. And then AI itself just giving you absolute garbage nonsense responses to things. And then journalists being expected to compete with AI and become SEO farms, so they just shit out pointless content. We are basically facing a landscape where there is so much content that the quality of that content is just rapidly dissipating, like rapidly becoming completely irrelevant. Like, we had one of the smartest tools that anybody has ever invented, one of the most useful things in the world. And in everyone's quick, urgent need to cash grab, which just is the world right now, we are rapidly making it completely useless. and knowingly filling our brains with garbage, toxic nonsense. There's no end in sight. I guess this is it now. My channel is
So, I still, well, I need to piss so badly, but basically I feel like good content will still prevail. And look, dumb people will dump themselves down even more, and that's always been the case, but I feel like good content will prevail just for the fact that, like, we are the people that like good content. We're not watching TikTok, and I want to believe there are other people like this. I mean, even Charlan, even she, like, she knows how to think critically. She can tell bullshit from not bullshit, and I bet whatever she does in her spare time, she's watching good stuff. And so does other creators, and so does many other people, 100%. So at the end of the day, it's the market that tells those companies what they should focus on.
I'm not so sure.
No?
Because the question that we need to ask is, are we in the majority? Because if we're not, then it's not going to prevail.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a saying that there's more stupid people than not stupid people, like something like that, right? I mean, masses are stupid overall.
Yeah, so this is the thing, because minority is not going to bring them money, so they're not going to cater to minorities. They're going to cater to the majority. If the majority is stupid, they're going to cater to stupid.
Yeah, wherever is money, for sure. Yeah.
So there you go. And I think the issue also might be, I don't know, maybe we live in our like little bubble in a way.
Yeah.
But you know how many people don't want to procreate, just like we do, and if we don't spew out new generations in the families that do think critically, then there's just not going to be much people who are the way we are. Because if we don't raise a new generation, then they're going to be raised by the people who do consume that content.
Yeah, because it's actually interesting, yeah. And when I think about it, because we are like this middle kind of class, right? Somewhere there. And we are the most fucked. And because we are somehow aware of our position, our situation, our prospects, etc., we don't want to have kids, right? And we're probably doing the world a favor and whatever. Maybe. But then there are people who are terribly stupid. Like a slipper, like whatever, just fucking brain dead, and they have 6 kids that will be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So what should we do? Should we have kids now? Quickly, just to make up for the difference? Like, I don't know, but
will not make up for the difference.
You can't win with that, no. But
I don't know. I mean, I don't think like we are making such a difference, like just the two of us.
No, for sure. But it adds up.
But it does add up.
I mean, from all of my friends, I don't know a single couple that have kids. Has kids.
Yeah.
I know there are people in the family, like sure, distant relatives and friends of a friend, sure, but like people that I know very close and friends that I talk to daily or weekly or whatever, they just don't have kids.
No, and then they want to ever.
And they don't want ever to have kids, yes. And if that's the approach, we'll never make any difference in the world. But I don't know if I should play the hero here to change the world at my cost. I don't know how to look at it.
I mean, you're going to do you, but no.
Yeah, I know.
I'm wondering if this is also like the reason that we have bigger and bigger disparity between the poor and the rich. Because if you know, rich people can afford kids, so they do have kids.
Sure.
Like they don't mind, and then they raise future rich people as well.
Sure.
Like mostly, no,
of
course, we know, but like
Inheritance
mostly-
stays in the family, basically. Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. And then all the like connections that they have and everything, it helps them.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're gonna get those like leaders, and then you have the poor people who also procreate, and these are the masses that those leaders are gonna be leading.
Oh, sure, yeah. So rich people are great at taking money from poor people.
Yeah. And then
They know
the
exactly how
disparity
to-
just keeps growing.
Oh yeah.
Because the middle class keeps getting fucked. They just
Oh
don't
yeah.
want to.
And they don't reproduce, and there's
Yeah.
there's less and less middle class
Yes.
in existence.
And I'm wondering if this is related, like altogether.
It might be. I think it is a multi-layered conversation for sure.
Yeah.
It's not that the case. Like, I think what we're saying happening with the internet is a reflection of something bigger. It's not just
Because if you're an intelligent person and you do think for yourself,
Mhm.
and you don't consume that content,
Yeah.
you do want this trend to continue because it's easier to control the masses.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid people, like the sheep that follow, and you do want them to stay in that state of blindness in a way, and just being entertained but just unaware of what is really happening
Yeah.
around in the world.
Yeah. It's
So
tough.
this kind of ties back to what you said. I don't think a good content is going to prevail
Hmm.
because
There'll be more.
it works for society on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Like not for the good of society,
Yeah.
but for the people who want it to work.
Yeah.
It
You're right.
works for them.
Yeah. So the reason why we have so much dumb shit on the internet is because there's market for it,
Yes.
and not the other way around. I think. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's demand and supply for sure,
Yes.
but the supply comes from the clever people.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we can
In a way. Yeah.
we can stop here. I need to
Mm.
piss badly,
Okay.
and we can go and continue Guild Wars 2 after a short break.